guys, Mr. Theorist here, doing another random reaction review. This one is for Suicide Squad, and we'll just sort of jump in. Hope you enjoy. So, we've kind of had a little bit of talk about it. Give me your overall opinion on Suicide Squad.
It's a mess of a movie. There's a lot of things in there which I felt were good, but it was in a movie that was so mishandled in its editing, and it was kind of not structured properly, and it was choppy, and the problem I had is that the first half an hour it didn't set it up so well. It wanted to set up the characters, but it didn't set up the movie.
Yeah.
And that was kind of, I was kind of digging the first few bits, the little vignettes of the individual characters, but it wasn't setting up a movie. It wasn't setting up the premise of the actual film.
It felt like those bits were like trailer bits to go, oh look, here's this character and what this character's all about. This is what this character's all about. But then it didn't feel like that needed to be in. Is that what you mean? Like that was kind of meant to be in that part of the film?
The bits themselves were kind of cool, which I really enjoyed the whole origin element of Harlequin and Deadshot. But then it's kind of like the beginning was, it started all talky, as where I felt it needed a beginning action scene. Like if the film had been introduced that Task Force X already existed and the team get wiped out, it kind of shows you very quickly in an action scene, because it's in an action movie, that this kind of sets up these people go on missions and they die, and then kind of introduce, okay, this kind of this task force thing isn't working, let's use something that's a bit of an extreme. It's like, come to the idea of why Amanda Waller wanted to use superhumans instead of just saying, I'm using superhumans and I'm using villains because they're disposable.
Yeah.
Have a reason for that to happen. It just didn't feel like the beginning of it was...
And I don't know whether the film, like, what for me was weird is they were like Task Force X. It was all about they go and do really dangerous stuff, but it felt like their mission was just to rescue her, not the whole.
Well, you didn't know that. That was kind of like a big reveal.
Yeah, but it felt like to me, like, why would I never saw that as the sort of thing that they would do though, is to go, oh look, we have these awesome expendable metas. Let's just use them for a rescue mission. Well,
maybe. It's more like they're giving them mini missions. They don't want to give them anything too responsible. They weren't there to save the world because they are dangerous criminals. They would have gone, yeah, we're not sending them to do that. We're not sending them to risk lives. But when they were sent to do a mini mission within a mission, that kind of thing. I think that was the idea behind that. But the problem is that it's regardless of how it's up, the film itself was a mess.
Yeah. It
was a distinctive, horrendous mess, where it didn't grab you, didn't pull you in. So for me personally, about 40 minutes in, well, no, let's say even 20 minutes into it, I was starting to get bored of the film.
Yes.
And I was losing interest. Regardless of the characters I like, even the ones that don't get that much exposure, like Boomerang, what they gave him was perfect to the character.
Yes. He
was a joy. Just having little bits of, like, a little joke here, like having a drink in between a fight, or just being a bit of a coward. When Rick Flag decides to let them all go at one point, and boom, he's out the door. Admittedly, it would have been better if they gave a little bit more of a line as to why he came back. Like when he shows back up and just goes, "Oh, I just want to get a drink." You know, it's kind of like, yeah, I want to come back and help you. What this film. Well, I can see there was a film that the director wanted to do.
Yeah.
He wanted to do The Dirty Dozen. The problem is the studios wanted Guardians of the Galaxy, and that was blatantly obvious. The one thing that really stuck out for me is the fact that you had a big music cue, which they basically saw that in Guardians of the Galaxy. The Guardians of the Galaxy is famous for having its mixtape volume 1 soundtrack, and they went, oh, we want to do that. No, we want to take a ragtag of villains and turn them into a family. No. It's the Dirty Dozen.
The Suicide Squad is meant to literally be about villains being told, look, we're going to blow your head off unless you do this mission.
It is the Dirty Dozen.
You're not becoming heroes.
That is the problem.
You are being used by the government, and we're going to kill you if you don't do what we say.
That is the fundamental problem. The director wants to do Dirty Dozen. The studios, and it's so obvious the studios were interfering, hence the reason why it is such a mess of a movie, that they wanted Guardians of the Galaxy. They wanted their product, the characters that they can push to make products of, like the Harlequin, the Deadshots.
Yeah.
You know, there's going to be so many Harlequin pop figures out there, and Deadshot pop figures, and soft toys, and action figures, and they were the two pushes. And you do feel that maybe the original version, there was kind of more of an equal balance of characters.
Because Boomerang, like apart from the one bit where he threw the boomerang and used it like a camera, the only thing he really did in it was just do bit jokes.
Action-wise, yeah. The Boomerang was basically, he was a bit villain, Flash villain, from the 1960s and the 70s. Yes, his gimmick was he threw boomerangs. Now, the character was basically brought into Suicide Squad because he was a nothing character, and they created this really fun, total scumbag of a character in the Suicide Squad comic. He is one of the most popular elements of the original series. Him, Deadshot, Bronze Tiger, they were kind of like the characters that almost got a recreation in that series.
Yeah.
And they do show that in this, but it seems like he was trimmed. It was like, yeah, we want to push these more than that.
Yeah.
And then some of the characters, the Deadshot is Will Smith.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very Will Smith, and he portrays him too much like a hero. I mean, you see the character he is, you think, how did he become the character? How did he become Deadshot?
You never really get an explanation of that, do you?
Not an explanation, but the fact that his character profile he comes across as, doesn't come across as a psychopathic killer.
Yeah. He's just someone who's really good at shooting people
at
cool. Weird angles.
Yes, he's a cool shooter. He's basically a Boba Fett type character.
Yes.
And that's the kind of thing they want to try and mine. Again, Harlequin. There were times I really liked Harlequin. There was times I felt a little bit too much like the animated cartoon. Which is but she did what she did do was really good. She was definitely one of the better characters. Amanda Waller, they got perfect.
Yes.
Amanda Waller, she is a prize bastard in the comic. They do kind of turn it down, so obviously it's comic-coded comic era, but yeah, she is somebody who will just...
she will screw anyone over to get her mission done.
Yeah, in a way, yeah, she's very tactical about what she does. If you are in the way of the mission, bang, you're dead. You know, there's no malice, you're just gone.
The thing, I actually didn't... Like, I didn't mind Harley Quinn being like the animated Harley Quinn. I felt that it would have worked so much better if Jared Leto's Joker... Because personally to me...
Oh yeah, we'll get to him in a minute.
Personally to me, his Joker should...
Or not, we'll do it now.
Sorry, because it's kind of with the Harley Quinn. I felt he wasn't Joker enough. I felt his character, he was too much of a gangster and not enough of the Joker. And if he was a bit more the Joker... the Harley Quinn animated version that they were trying to give off would have come across better if there was a better Joker to play off.
He was mining various more modern interpretations of the Joker, I felt. Now, I personally think, regardless of what people say, he did well as the Joker. He did do well. And a lot of people weren't like him because, he didn't blow our minds, become like the standout character. So what if he doesn't become the standout character in the movie? It's not his movie.
I don't mean...
It's not his movie. He doesn't need... I mean, enough here to give us, this is interesting. What else can he do with it? And then we can see him basically just explode and do and like continue with the character in towards the Batman movies. I mean, if he had been the standout character for this movie, effectively the DCU would have exploded their load before they'd actually started. Basically, the character was only a minor, and I think he knew that he wasn't supposed to be the centre of the film. He was not the main character. He was a side character. And he kind of like put it into performance. I mean, his performances, the one scene I really did like was the Harley Quinn origin scene. It's a good scene, and it shows a more subtle Joker. Because the problem you have with Joker is that he's in your face. It's like, bam, this is the Joker. I mean, Heath Ledger's Joker is brilliant. Jack Nicholson is, again, he's just in-your-face type character, and he just takes over. This Joker didn't need to, and he wasn't supposed to.
I know. The thing is, I didn't mind that he wasn't massive as a Joker. I just felt he wasn't quite the Joker to me, though.
We've got
Maybe it's because I'm so tainted now with
your Joker. That's the thing. You didn't see your Joker. You've got 75 years worth of Joker history, and you can tell this is a guy who studied the character, who brought the character into him. He didn't need to be the Joker that you knew.
Yeah.
He could be his own Joker.
That could be it.
I still feel that down the line, I mean, apparently he's under a multi-film deal.
Yeah.
You're gonna get more, because if you just get it bang in your face in the first film, all you're gonna get is the same thing over and over again. Give him time, and he will develop. Yeah, it wasn't his film, so I didn't expect him. I didn't want him to shine. I didn't expect him to shine. Not shine, but to be the it's all about the Joker. With
that explanation, I can kind of get it. Yeah, that if we have him kind of like you can see that he is a little bit crazy, but he is still sort of a criminal. That he isn't that much of an issue, because they did kind of do like this Joker. He's around, but at the moment he isn't the big issue. I know a lot of people don't like the fact that he came across as more of a gangster boss, but he's a villain, so he's more. They're showing more of a business than the anarchist in this. Which is fair enough. But taking on your explanation, I can see that maybe that was extremely deliberate, where it's like, okay, he's more of a petty criminal at the moment, but then when we start getting to the Batman movies, that's when we start seeing that's when the Joker do stuff that's like, okay, we need to deal with him.
The anarchist element, yeah. Basically, if they made him too big, he would have outshined Harley, and Harley was obviously, Harley and Deadshot were the two they wanted it to be focused on. But again, that's of course one of my major issues with movies. As a movie, as I said at the beginning, it's a mess of a movie. There's so much. I was so looking forward to this, and I was seeing the reviews going, oh heck. I think a lot of the reviews are they don't understand. No, I say don't understand the film. They don't get it in a way. They're reviewing it too more literally. And analytically as a structure of a movie, and that's what they're reviewing. And if they're reviewing that, they're kind of right. It's a badly structured film, mainly because of what we explained before. There is one element I thought was better. I mean, if they're going for the Guardians dollar, the Guardians comparison, the one thing I felt that was better, that I really liked, was the end fight scene. Now, I've known some people have said to me they didn't like the fight scene, but it was kind of like they were going into this fight with who they were, and it's like, oh my god, how are you going to fight this demon? And they worked together. They used their individual skills to work together in a kick-ass fight scene. Unlike Guardians, they defeat the villain with the power of friendship. They hold hands. Exactly, they hold hands. Power of friendship, power of love, and they defeat the villain. As with this, it was a fight. It was an actual fight, and in that fight, people got hurt, people died. Yeah. And it was more structured. So that last fight, I thought, wow, that was kick-ass. That's one element of the film I really enjoyed. The structure of the film is the one that destroyed it. It basically, I don't know if I could rewatch it. The elements I liked was what some of the individual actors brought to their characters, and they struck their marks. Yeah. And some of the action scenes I liked. Some of the latter action scenes, but the whole structure of the film, that's where the issues were. It just it was poorly paced. It didn't pull you in. It didn't. I mean, a film pulls you in for its first act, keeps you going, and then finishes it. The big finish. This didn't have that structure, and I blame the studios. Okay, we discussed this slightly the other day. I wanted your definite opinion. Here we go. I am probably going to get a few comments about this, but did you enjoy Suicide Squad more than Batman vs Superman? Yes. And that it's a better film than Batman vs Superman? That is open debate. The reason why Batman vs Superman is I didn't enjoy it as much because that let me down more. Okay. Batman vs Superman is again another movie that they're simply running a parallel hill, a horrendous mess. But because there's more expectations and more from the characters, because in Suicide Squad, I felt the characters hit their marks. In Batman vs Superman, a lot of characters didn't. Superman didn't. Yeah. Lex Luthor definitely didn't. God, no. Definitely didn't. Some of the minor characters, they were just playing a character and they weren't quite the characters. But then some characters did. But again, that's the reason why that I did not enjoy that more. Didn't enjoy that as much. I may have to revisit it at some point just to get a change opinion. Obviously, we'll eventually watch the extended edition and maybe do a video on that.
Yeah, I probably will be doing a video on that one.
The reason why I enjoyed Suicide Squad more than Batman vs Superman, because I had a higher expectation for Batman vs Superman, and that was nowhere near matched. The expectations here, what we got was down there. Suicide Squad was more like that. There was a lot of things that I expected and wanted, and I got from the film. Hence the reason why I enjoy that more. If one movie's better than the other, that is very much open debate. Because you can have an opinion for a film for different reasons. You can have an opinion film where, if you're like a film, somebody who studies films can have an opinion on the way the film's structured. Somebody can have an opinion on how much they enjoyed the story, or how much they thought the characters, how good the characters were. So it is debatable on which one's better than the other. But I did enjoy Suicide Squad more than Batman vs Superman.
Which is the direct opposite to how I honestly feel of it.
Yeah.
Yes. I will admit that the thing is because of the fact I left Suicide Squad going, yeah, it was fun, but I didn't feel that I felt I didn't enjoy it as much. Everyone around me was like, it's a much better film, but for me, I don't know whether I can take on the opinion, because, as you say, like, you can judge whether a film is better or not because of personal opinion, or because of, like, how to study a film from different points of view. But yeah, I honestly preferred Batman vs Superman. I left with more of a after Batman vs Superman than I did with Suicide Squad.
Well, possibly because it gave you more pops. Like, one of them element is, yay, that was cool, and yay, it's the Justice League. As where, here's one factor: you know the Justice League, but you don't really know the Suicide Squad.
That is something I have been debating. Like, before we did this video, something I was been thinking about is maybe the reason I didn't get as much of a from this film is because I know some of the individual characters, but I don't know the whole Suicide Squad elements.
And as far as I was watching that, if I as I know the 1980s comic, looking at the film, I'm thinking, that's the Suicide Squad. That is how these characters. It had good characters in a bad film.
Yeah.
That is the fundamental. I had my one-line review as soon as I walked out. Somewhere in there was a good film.
Yeah.
But what we got wasn't a good film. I mean, regardless of how positive I am about various elements, the film itself was pretty
not
bad.
Great.
It was not a great film. It was messy. It was not a great film. Fun film, as in Guardians was a fun film, and that is so blatantly obvious. Because again, DC are looking at Marvel, and they are trying to copy Marvel. They're trying to say, "Oh, well, that worked from that film. We'll use that. We'll use that."
It's like
it doesn't work. They
should
know by now it doesn't work. Green Lantern failed because that was their Iron Man. I have my opinion that Catwoman was their attempt of doing the Spider-Man movie, and these films do not work.
So yes, DC still isn't quite hitting their mark.
No, we're not.
So yeah.
Yay, Wonder Woman. Yay.
Yes, no, that is actually looking good. But the thing is the second trailer for Batman vs Superman looked really good.
The Suicide Squad trailers looked fucking amazing.
Yeah. But it does look like DC does seem to be slowly learning that dark and gritty isn't the way to go, really.
Their movies are kinda improving. They are kinda instead of being really shit, they're just a bit shit now.
But then that's still the whole, like, I heard one person say that no matter what, BVS would have been disappointed in people because the whole concept of Batman vs Superman has been something people have wanted for so long. So, yeah, and because we weren't we didn't get overly hyped at Suicide Squad, it may have. But yeah, maybe it's a better film.
Just opinion over characters. Yeah, the rest of the squad. El Diablo had a really good arc.
Yes.
But you knew, this guy's gonna die.
Oh God! As soon as they did the whole, so what are you gonna do? I don't mind dying in here. You were like, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
No, he was dead before. I knew he would be the one to die before the movie started. And obviously, who else is in the squad?
Croc.
Croc is okay. for this touches, the little touches you get. Yeah, exactly. I had to think about it, didn't I? apart from the two main ones. Croc is good. He looks good. The little snippets they gave him were fun.
Yeah.
Kitana. Why?
She wasn't needed. Apart from her just going, "Shall I kill them?"
Why?
Okay.
There was zero reason to have Kitana in it.
There really was.
From a point of view, it was like Rick Flag's bodyguard. But that was about it. I think that's the reason why I share. But it was like, here's the squad. Here, oh, by the way, here's Slipknot. Yes, he's the one that dies. Yeah, everyone knows that. And then, and here's Kitana. And it's just like, what? And they tried to put a story in there as well. Kind of like just squeeze it in there.
They should literally just had her draw a sword, talk to it, and everyone just goes, "What?" And then should have left it.
If they were going to have Kitana in it, they should have just had her there, showing a flash sword, but don't explain anything about her. That could have done so. Oh, this character's slightly interesting, and then maybe have her in the Justice League.
Yeah.
And do that with her. But it's just no. Anyway, that is the rest of the characters, and my opinion of them. Yeah, Slipknot was there to die. El Diablo was there to have an arc, then die.
Yeah.
Croc was there to just look cool in the background.
Look pretty. Remember to look pretty.
Yes, he's pretty.
He's pretty.
He's pretty on the outside, he's pretty on the inside. Kitana was there for to look cool.
Reasons.
Or to keep the balance of female characters to male characters, because it was a bit of a sausage fed throughout Harley, so maybe that was a reason, but they didn't give a reason. But anyway, that's the rest of the characters. Okay, so
let's rating
on the film. Out of 10.
I'll let you go first.
Okay, out of 10 for a film, it's a 4. I was going to say 5, and then put it up to a 6. No, well, okay, I'm going to say it's for a film, it's a 4.
Ooh, okay.
But because I felt that the actors who play the characters hit their marks, and what I expected was in there, I'm giving it a 6. So I'm actually going to give it a fair bit for characters and actually having a suicide movie that I can look at and go, yes, that's the Suicide Squad. As a film, 4, but overall, because of those elements, a 6.
I will take your rating into account because, as I say, my opinion, I didn't enjoy it as much, but I don't know Suicide Squad very well. But yes, I left the film not disappointed. I did enjoy it to some degree. So yeah, 5, 6, 6-ish.
5.5.
5.5. Yeah, 5.5 for me. But yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. Just you know what.
Bad film. Damn shame.
Yes.
Damn shame.
Yes, I do know that was one you were expecting to be good.
I was hoping this would be their breakthrough, and it wasn't. So here's hoping that Wonder Woman. The good thing about Wonder Woman is there's nothing for them to copy from Marvel.
Yes.
This is the first time they have got the step ahead by doing a female lead.
They've done
movie.
an original thing.
Yeah.
They've got a main female character
they
film.
got there first before Marvel did their female character.
Aren't they doing a Captain Marvel or something for theirs?
Captain Marvel? Yeah, Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Miss Marvel? I don't know, whatever.
That one. But yeah. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, like, comment, tell us, have a go at me for liking BVS more than this. Please do.
Bye.
And as always, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!